Hello my friends, my name is Roman and welcome to the tutorial about array methods, non-mutable, that don't change the original original array. So here we see the two arrays and we will apply to them these methods. So first one will be concat. Let's log in it into console, and here we rewrite our concat. So this is a syntax, and now let's write fruits. So the main idea here, we write first array, then we apply this method concat, and if as a parameter we gives to it a second array, and we see that vegetables, and we see that it returns the single array with these two values, two values from these two arrays, and the original one wasn't changed. Okay, so second one is an array, is a method which has a name entries. It means that it returns the key value pair for each one element. So let's look how it works again. So it has name entries. To do it, we will apply it to the fruits. So we should create another variable. Let's name it iterator, example iterator 1, and here we will store fruits entries. Okay, and then let's log this iterator, and apply to this method next, and we want to get value of it. So let's look. We got the object, this array, where we see the first one is a number and the second one is our element. So let's repeat again, and we see that it's first banana. Again we see that it's cherry, and for example again one, we see that undefined because it wasn't we hadn't any value then later. And let's check the original one, fruits, we see that it wasn't changed. Okay, so let's copy this one. So the next one is every, is a method every. name. So to implement this, to apply this method, we should to create some function which compare each value according to this function, and if everything is test is passed, it returns for us true. So let's do it. For now, let's create here another array. We'll create, for example, with numbers. Now it's here 1, for example 5, 59, and for example 103. Okay, and here we create a function. Let's create it on top of it. And let's check is if each value is lower than, for example, 200. So here we'll write, for example, current value, and we apply check each value that it should be lower than 200, for example. So here we have our function test. Here we have our array, and here we will log we will log our array with the every, and as a parameter we write the function we have is lower than. Okay, and we see that everything is true. And for example, if we will apply here, for example, 201, false. So it wasn't passed the test here, as you see. And again, it has we should to write function test. Here we have our array, and it returns boolean result for us. And again, let's write the original one. We see that it wasn't changed. We have the original one. Okay, so another method is filter. What does it? What is its do? It returns for us an array that each value of it doesn't, it's some sort of test, and it returns for us the array with elements that that passes this test. So for example, again with this, let's with this function, with this array, let's check it, the result. So we have this array, and let's write it to the console. So numbers, and here we write filter, and as a parameter we write the function is lower than, and you see that we have this our test, and each numbers that was lower than 200 returns to here. For example, let's write it here 1000, and we see that it wasn't changed anything. And again our test, the original one, wasn't changed, original array. So for now that's all. We saw this few methods, and later we will talk about, in the second part we will talk about next methods, non-mutable. Okay, see you in the next lessons. Thank you.